They abandoned you, discarded you like something of no value, didn't they? Welcome to Momentum Surge. They couldn't recognize your worth, couldn't feel your impact. You were merely another face in the crowd, a small, insignificant piece in their narrow world. But here's the interesting part. They believe they've defeated you. They believe their silence, their rejection, their exclusion was some sort of punishment. But let me let you in on a secret. It's not a punishment. It's actually a gift. When they pushed you aside, they thought they were shutting a door, locking you out in isolation. But what they failed to realize is that they were opening another door. One you hadn't even known was there. A door leading to your own power, potential, and future. Their rejection didn't mark the end of your journey. It marked the start of something far greater. When they walked away, when they turned their backs, they liberated you. You might not see it yet, right? You're too busy replaying the past, wondering what went wrong. Was it something you said? Did you do something wrong? Were you too much or not enough? The questions keep circling, don't they? Like vultures picking apart your confidence. But here's the truth. Their decision to exclude you wasn't about you at all. It was never about you. It was about them. It was about their fears, their insecurities, and their inability to deal with someone like you. People like you stand out. You don't conform to their neat little boxes or their exclusive circles. You challenge them, make them uneasy, and that frightens them. They'll never admit it. Instead, they'll disguise it. They'll label you as strange, difficult, or too complicated. But the truth is, you're a mirror reflecting back everything they refuse to face within themselves. Their flaws, their fears, their dishonesty. And rather than confronting their reflection, they choose to discard the mirror, discard you. But here's where things shift. While they think they're basking in their victory, you're about to rise. You're about to do something they never saw coming. You're about to transform their rejection, their exclusion, their disregard into your driving force. You're about to show them why excluding you was the biggest mistake they ever made. See, pain is an odd thing. Most people let it break them, let it shrink them, make them bitter. But not you. You take that pain and mold it. You turn it into strength, into momentum, into an unstoppable force. You don't run from it. You face it head on, let it sharpen you. And before they even notice, you become someone they can't ignore. Here's the hard truth they don't want to accept. You don't need them. You never did. The very traits they used to dismiss you, the things they ridiculed, those are the qualities that empower you. Your individuality, your vision, your ability to perceive the world in a way they can't. That's your power. Now that they're gone, now that their noise and negativity are out of your way, you can finally hear that inner voice. The one that's been whispering to you, telling you that you're destined for greatness. So, what do you do now? Do you wallow in their rejection? Let their dismissal define your worth? Nah, you rise. You rise with conviction because you understand something they don't. You know that their absence isn't a loss, it's an opportunity. It's freedom. It's the chance to become everything they doubted you could be. And oh, how satisfying it will be when they realize what they let go of, what they abandoned. They will realize it because they always do. The same people who excluded you will eventually circle back. They'll return with their apologies, their explanations, their false smiles. But by then it won't matter. You won't need their approval anymore. You'll have created something far bigger, something stronger, something they can't even touch. But here's the twist. You didn't do this for them. No, you rose not to prove them wrong, but because rising is who you are. Their rejection was merely the spark that ignited the fire you always had within you. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate. Because every step you take, every move you make brings you closer to revealing the truth. That you were never the problem. Their small minds, their limited vision, their inability to see your value. That was the real issue. And now that they're out of the picture, now that their shadows no longer obscure your light, you're free to shine. And shine you will. Not for them, not to get back at them, but for yourself, for the person you've always been, for the person you knew you could be, the person they never bothered to see. Because in the end, their rejection doesn't define your story. It's just a brief chapter in a much larger, much more powerful story. A story that you're writing, one page at a time. So go ahead, take their rejection, their exclusion, their silence. Turn it into something extraordinary, something powerful. Use it as the fuel to keep moving forward. The reason you never give up, because one day they'll look back and realize the truth. That leaving you out wasn't just a mistake. It was the biggest mistake they ever made. You're not finished yet, not by a long shot. This is only the beginning. They pushed you aside, but in doing so, they handed you the keys to a kingdom they'll never enter. A kingdom built on resilience, strength, and vision. A kingdom they'll never understand because their minds are too small, too caught up in their own mediocrity. But you see the path ahead. You see the potential in the pain. It's not just about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about showing the world, and most importantly yourself, that you are far greater than they ever imagined. They cast you aside because they were afraid of your potential. And now, it's time for you to show them why. You begin small. One step, one choice, one action at a time. Each one building on the last. Each one fueled by the fire they tried to put out. You don't rush. This isn't about speed. This is about purpose, about precision. Every decision you make is intentional, thought out. You're not just constructing a life, you're creating a legacy. And with every action, you grow, stronger, smarter, more focused. The doubts that once held you back, the questions that haunted you, they start to fade away. In their place, a new voice emerges. A voice that says, "You've got this." A voice that reminds you of your power, your purpose, your destiny. A voice that drowns out all the noise and amplifies the truth of who you are. But this isn't just inner growth. It's action. It's about doing the things they said you couldn't. Reaching the heights they said you'd never climb. You don't just meet their expectations. You obliterate them, and you do it all without bitterness, without anger, because this isn't for them. It's for you. And then one day it happens. The moment you've been working towards, the moment you've been waiting for. They see it. They see you. Not the person they abandoned, but the person who rose despite them. The person who transformed their rejection into strength, their dismissal into empowerment. And oh, how their expressions will change. The arrogance, the smugness, it will vanish, replaced by something else. Regret? Probably. Amazement? Certainly. But by then it won't matter, because you won't be looking back. You'll be looking ahead to the life you've built, to the person you've become, to the future you're creating. They rejected you because they couldn't understand you. They couldn't see your worth. your potential, your light, but that's their loss, not yours. Their rejection was never about you. It was about them, their fears, their limitations, their inability to see beyond their own insecurities. And now you're free to be yourself, to chase your dreams, to live on your own terms, free from their judgments, their negativity, free to rise, to shine, to soar. So let them watch, let them wonder, let them regret, but don't stop, don't look back, because this is your time, your story,